Should you be pursuing your MBA right after college, or would you rather take some work experience first and then think about doing an MBA? Let's find out in this video. Okay, first things first, the answer to this question or any other question of life for that matter is not definitive. So life is not an algebra problem wherein you will solve an equation and it will give you x is equal to 4 and that's the final answer. In real life, all answers are circumstantial, very related to you, very specific to your aspirations, very specific to your challenges, very specific to your life. And therefore, the answer to this question or any other question would entail an approach of understanding the benefits and drawbacks and then taking a calculated decision. So let's first talk about the biggest benefit of having some work experience. If you have some work experience, then you can relate to things taught in class much better. Management is an applied discipline. Management is not too much theory as much it is practice, and therefore to understand how things would work in organizations through case studies that we teach in class, if you have actually seen the organization, you would do much better. No, you would understand and relate to the characters of the case study. So net, if you have work experience, you understand the concepts better. And what is the biggest drawback of such an approach of having too much experience or some experience? The potential problem could be, and I'm not saying it would always be, that when you would sit for recruitment and placements, there might be other students in the class who do not have any experience or much less experience than you, and they would be chosen for the same salary packages and same roles, and that might be kind of slightly disheartening to you in the end. So therefore, what should you be doing? Now that we know what is the benefit and what is the drawback of having an experience, you need to take a calculated call on this. If I were you, I had to kind of understand what is the right thing to do. I would definitely start preparing in college, when I am in college, if I am sure that I want to do an MBA and if I am sure this would not hurt my engineering or any other graduation studies that I am currently undertaking. So preparing during college time would be kind of giving me a leverage. I'll be ahead of others. I will be able to give a CAT earlier than people who do after work experience. And if things work out your way, if you crack CAT in the first chance and you get a good B school or a B school that you aspire to go to, then you should ideally kind of take that offer and go straight to do your MBA because you got it, and there is no point in waiting any further and just by all means go and start your MBA. But let's say you didn't crack CAT or you kind of do not get the B school that you want to, or you believe you can get a better school in another attempt. By all means, go for work experience. This attempt and preparation will not go waste, and this will feed into your next year's preparation while you are having work experience. And with 1 or 2 years of work experience, you can always come back and give CAT and crack it. So the moral of the story is, while there is no definitive answer to this, and both the approaches of having and not having a work experience have its own pros and cons, but starting early never is a bad idea. And if you get it, wonderful. If not, then keep trying till the time you get stuff that you want. A final point that I want to make in this is how much experience is the best for you to take in case you take that route. In my humble opinion, I think anything between 1 to 3 years is the most optimum experience for doing an MBA. The best would be an average of 2 years. If you kind of take more than 3 years experience, then you do not get any additional value of experience, but in the placement, it might become a hurdle for you. So 1 to 3 years is an optimum experience, but should you be wanting to do it without experience? There is nothing wrong in that approach. Starting early is the best thing to do. Hope you found answer to this question, but if you were to start in college, what should be the approach and how should you go about preparing while in college? That's a question I will answer in the next video. So stay tuned. See you again.